Hey guys, did you see the eclipse today? Oh, so cool. You should have seen it. I'm telling you. Anyway, I've been doing some Tabata videos the last couple days. I wanted to kind of change gears today and do a little talking about nutrition because I get a lot of questions about that. So, what is healthy eating, I guess, from the bird's eye view? I'm not going to get into a lot of detail today. I just want to go over kind of what I use as my rule for what I should eat. And nutrition to me means eating more real food. So what does that mean? That means, to me, I'm talking about vegetables, I'm talking about some fruits and some healthy proteins and fats and that kind of stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of misconceptions, I think, when people start to look at nutrition, diet plans, all this kind of stuff. They get into what supplements should I be taking, and, you know, my advice is usually to take a step back and let's look at the basics. Are we getting enough actual nutrition in our diet? And I would guarantee, you know, as a rule of thumb, most people are probably not getting enough vegetables in their diet. And that's where I would start. I would try to get a lot more vegetables in your diet than you're currently getting. So vegetables are key. You know, those green leafy vegetables, the ones you're probably trying to avoid, those are a big deal. If you're trying to be healthy. Now, if you're just trying to lose weight, there's shortcuts to that. And there's diet plans and there's all these other things. But I find, you know, getting back to basics, you know, this is what's going to help you the most. So your vegetables, your healthy proteins, your fats, that kind of stuff. A lot of people think about fat too, and fat's another thing. I don't want to get into too much detail here. But fat, you know, we read low fat on a label at the store and we think, oh, that's better for me. Well, you know, it's still not necessarily real food. So usually anything that comes in a box or a bag and stuff like that, your potato chips, even though it's a potato, your Triscuits, I know, you know, reduced fat, all that kind of stuff. You know, that stuff, all that stuff in the middle aisles of the grocery store, that's the stuff you're typically going to want to stay away from. The cereal aisle in particular is one place that's heavy with a lot of sugar and a lot of grain products. So when we're talking about stuff to avoid, I'm talking about your carbs. You've heard this, low carb, before, but I think that's a good thing. Grains in particular. It's grains and wheat, and sugar is the other big one that I would try and avoid. So I know, you're already mad at me for making this video. I get it, but I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to tell you what I think is right, what my research that I've been doing has taught me. So I didn't like it either. I don't like not having cereal, you know. But it wasn't that big a deal. I find other things that still taste good, and I just eat that stuff instead. It's not that eating healthy is difficult necessarily. It's just that we have this idea of all the stuff that we're missing out on, I think. So that's kind of my rant for today. Don't focus on the stuff that you're missing out on in your diet. Find ways to make it more enjoyable. So I find when I ask a lot of people, do you like salad? Do you like eating this kind of stuff? A lot of people do. A lot of people actually do enjoy a salad, you know, albeit some of them are still putting a lot of dressing and croutons and cheese and all kinds of other stuff on there. So there's some adjustments that need to be made, but people in general, I don't think that people dislike vegetables. If you do, maybe it's time to start retraining yourself a little bit, which is something that you can do, by the way. You can retrain yourself to like other foods. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some discipline, but it can be done. You know, I've done it. I've done an overhaul in my diet, and there's some stuff that, you know, I'm still trying to change and make adjustments to. But I just wanted to give you the big big overview today of the way I eat. So it's eating more real food, and we can get into more detail about that. If you guys have more specific questions that you'd like me to do a video about, what should I eat in the morning for breakfast before a workout, you know, this kind of stuff, you know, how many calories should I be taking in, all that kind of stuff. I'd be happy to, you know, do different videos on that if you'd like. Otherwise, I'll just stick to what I know. I'll stick to my Tabatas and do the workout videos. But I get a lot of questions about nutrition, so I thought, you know, I'd give an introductory video to that today. And you guys let me know what you think. All right, go Cards. Have a good one.